Hi, it's PA Camping Dad, Doogie, coming at you from the Appalachian Trail in Pennsylvania. This is what's known as Section 7. I'm hiking northbound from what's called Clarks Valley, PA Route 325 to Swatara Gap, where it crosses. There's a state park there, and Route 72, an old iron bridge there that's well known that the AT crosses. I'm just out for a solo overnight. It's July 3rd, and it is a beautiful day. And just climbing the ridge, climbing up to the top of Sharp Mountain now. I'll check in later. Well, I'm pretty much up to the top of Sharp Mountain. Feeling really strong. Like my friend's Rob at Backpacking Adventures said on his last hike, he's got a net zero pack weight. Well, since I'm down 25 pounds from the beginning of the year, I have a net zero complete weight, actually a negative a pound or two. I think my total start weight with food and water was about 22 and a half, but feeling really strong. And time at the gym has helped, but it is a just beautiful day. Passed a couple through hikers. I'll check in when I get to the old towns. There's two old abandoned towns up on the ridge here. One is in Rausch Gap, which I guess there was some coal mining going on there. They did a little research on it. There was an old village there, nothing left but a couple foundations, but they say you can see evidence of a railroad turntable, and obviously the railroad beds, grades where they ran the coal mines, coal trains. Anyway, I'll check back in then. Get a quick shot of this. The rhododendron are in bloom. It's really nice. How's that trip? Through one more section here. Just beautiful. On the top of the mountain, on the AT. I'll have to check my map and see exactly where I am, but I'm on the Appalachian Trail at an intersection of a blue trail that crosses at 90 degrees. That's looking down that's looking south down the blue trail, and the AT, that behind me is south on the AT. It's actually west through this area of Pennsylvania. And I thought this was interesting. What's what's coming up on the AT here. It's obviously a little seasonal creek bed, and you got the stairs going up the other side. A very well maintained section of trail. So I should be approaching the old town of Yellow Springs, or Yellow Spring. I have to join some people, family on the trail that was just out for a day hike. And we were at the village of, or the abandoned village of Yellow Springs. Throw a picture in of a well that was over there. There's a nice little campsite here just past the main meadow. I figured I'd just check in here. I'm gonna head on. I just had a short lunch because I wasn't all that hungry. I got a late start due to some issues at home, but so I was anxious to get moving on the trail. Anyway, neat little campsite here. So at a side trail, some people told me that the General, which is apparently down that side path, is an old piece of equipment from drag mine that used to be in the area, and they didn't bother to haul it out, so it's rusting down there. I don't think I'm going to go explore it now, but I figured I'd document it. I think I'm about 9 miles into my hike. I made it into my campsite at the Rausch Gap shelter. I decided to take this little site here right before the shelter. It's actually, haven't gotten a chance to explore the old town again, but this is obviously a siding. I'm on a little flat area that falls off on 3 sides. And actually, the Rausch Gap shelter is right there. Come on, camera. Right there. It's funny, it's like down in a little hollow off to the side. They just lit a fire there, some of the thru hikers that were there. So it's a little smoky, can't really see it. But the trail into the shelter is following an old railroad grade, and this is obviously a spur off of it. Lots of coal on the ground, and nice and level. And I decided to take this site with the nice seats around the fire with backrests. See if I can get my dinner going and then get a fire, get my camp chores done. Got my hammock all set up, tarp ready to deploy. Looking forward to it. Let me give you another quick tour of camp. This site was why I first pulled in here, is because the chairs with backrests. I always love to be able to have some back support, and Dutch's little sit pad is very nice. That's where I've been sitting and eating. I just has my food and trash set up on other ones. I of course have my hammock set up, and I'm gonna have my morning view looking out over this little ravine here. And I 2Q ZQ's tree table, and I'm trying my first muffin baking with a Caldera cone. Got my simmer ring on that hockey puck stove that I have, and I'm gonna let it go for a while and see how it comes out. Anyway, figured I'd give you a quick tour of camp before it got dark. That's Fort Indiantown Gap. Well, good morning. Just breaking camp, 7:30. I had rain blow in last night, and rain for most of the night, and it kind of stopped around 5:30. About when I was getting up, when the light was coming up, it pretty much stopped. And I think it's drizzling now. It's kind of hard to tell whether it's blowing from the trees or what, or whether it's actually coming down. No cell reception, so no idea what the forecast is. 7:30. Stayed dry in the hammock. I had it pitched high because it's summer and I was hot. So I did have a little wetness on one end of my hammock where it was blowing, but I easily could have pitched that tighter and eliminated that. And nothing seeped through to anything. Just have to dry everything out in the morning or when I get home. Well, it is a nice day in the woods. I did manage last night to hook around very quickly through the Rausch Gap old community, and I found a geocache just by luck because my GPS was plus or minus 300 feet, and I just happened to get lucky. But, it looked pretty neat. Snapped a couple pictures. I didn't have my camera, but I had my phone. I'll throw them on the video because it was real pretty, the creek. Well, I'm now really in the ruins of the Rausch Gap area, so it says. This is one of their old railroad beds, and there's a whole bunch of trails going off every which way just up the hill there. I think now this is a snowmobile trail and some other use too. It's the AT through this section. It's actually a beautiful day for hiking. It just keeps like this. Just saw a deer. Naturally, I cleared my throat before I saw it. It turned tail and ran. Definitely all the birds are out. Peacefulness to the forest. Looks like I'm coming up. I guess I'll keep the camera running. Looks like I'm coming up to the bridge over Rausch Creek. It's just a little tributary on the side. Looks like I got a swampy spot in the trail too. Not swampy, standing water. I'm sure you can hear the creek. It was flowing good last night, and like I said, I had a good solid rain last night, probably like between a quarter and a half inch. Good steady rain. Never really poured, but good steady rain. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I don't know what all I'm looking at. Some of the old ruins. Not exactly sure what's going on where. Unfortunately, they said that the creek here has been contaminated by acid runoff from the strip mines. So you need to drink out of the springs, well, not the creek. I continued to cross the bridge, and there's a couple signs, and then there's this little kiosk here that gives you some more information on what we were looking at there. And that structure that had the two outputs coming out, that's actually to help correct the acid in the creek. And what it is there's two structures here, a square and a circular wells, and they're fed from pipes coming in upstream, and I guess fairly high upstream, so it enters here with some force. I think they said the square one only operates when the flow is high, and the circular one operates all the time. And what it is the pipes go into a bed of crushed limestone, and with such force that it actually pulverizes the limestone and releases the alkaline lime into the water to counteract the acidity. So that's what we're looking at here. Kind of interesting, I think. Obviously both are running now because it's high water. And the old railroad bridge. Well, I took a little side trail, and this is the cemetery from the town of Rausch Gap. It's just so peaceful, beautiful up here. I can't make out all the writing, but one said died 1850. Not sure how much more I'll film today, depending upon the rain. If I don't film anymore, get out there and have fun. I sure did.